So a few days ago, Messi won the World Cup. He finally got the trophy that eluded him his entire career. Finally won the trophy that, established his title as, the greatest footballer to ever play the game. He's at the pinnacle and the peak of his career and just living life at the moment. And today I wanted to watch a video of somebody who's probably at the polar opposite end. You know, this guy is probably one of those kids in high school who's just super socially awkward and probably one of the kids to be the last picked on the dodgeball team in PE class. Just a really, really extremely peculiar and odd individual. And you'll see what I mean when you watch this video.
Hi. You love London?
I do.
I'm Daniel.
Nice to meet you.
The first time I was watching this video, I was thinking to myself, okay, that London line was kind of corny, but it was a decent way, I guess, to segue into our conversation. And like I actually kind of give him props for that, but then it just completely devolves from there, and it becomes probably one of the worst pickup artist encounters I've ever seen. And I probably said that for the other videos that I did on this channel already, but I actually think this one is probably the worst video I've done so far. I was in actual physical pain while watching this video.
I like you.
Why?
You look very, I'm attracted to you.
Thank you.
Do you like me?
I don't know you.
I don't know you either.
He was doing well for like the first 10 seconds because she actually was being kind of receptive and she didn't immediately make an excuse to run away from him. But then he completely fucked up all his chances by making this power move right here by asking, "Do you like me?" Like, I really understand the mentality of some of these pickup artists. You probably have a better chance of being struck by lightning and then Batman and Superman just fucking coming out of nowhere and bringing you back to life than having success with just approaching women randomly and creepily on the streets like this.
Is this creepy or?
A tad.
I
Why
like
are
it.
you recording this?
Because it was very hard for me to talk to girls when I was growing up and until very recently, until I changed my diet.
Okay, so there's so many things to unpack in a short clip there. First of all, if you have to ask if something is creepy, it probably is. It just goes to show the level of self-awareness of this guy. He has the self-awareness of a 5-year-old, Like if a 5-year-old does something wrong, they're like, did I do something wrong? Did I make an oopsie? It's kind of like on the same level. Obviously, if you're doing something creepy, you could tell by the other person's body language. So I don't really know why he bothers to ask, is this creepy? Because clearly it is. And then the girl, she makes a good point too. She's like, why are you recording this? As if it wasn't bad enough already that you just go and ask her straight off the bat, do you like me? Recording and filming it probably makes it much 10 times worse. I don't know why you would film your first interaction with somebody. It's just super weird and uncalled for. And then probably my favorite part of this whole video, that at the end there when he was like, I changed my diet. I'm not really a biologist or a scientist, but I don't really see how, changing your diet would help you talk to women. It's just so many different things going on here in this short clip, and it just confused me. But this guy apparently knows what he's doing, He finally broke out of his shell and now he suddenly knows how to talk to women, so just keep watching.
And so now I have way less anxiety. And so I can talk to anyone I want, and it's so fun. I didn't know you could be this happy, talking to people, Yeah.
And that's why you record your conversations with them?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people, guys, who are in the same boat as I was.
Okay, so quick side note. Normally, I don't like to make fun of people's physical appearances because I feel like that's just a low blow. But I'll make an exception just for this video because of how weird and mentally unstable and unhinged this guy is. And speaking of mentally unstable and unhinged, he looks like he just escaped a rehab center. You have patient zero out here walking around on the streets trying to approach poor helpless women. Yeah, the sad thing is right there when he said a lot of people and then he quickly switched and said a lot of guys. It's kind of sad because it's true that it's mainly guys that do dumb shit like this. You know, approaching women and being super like creepy and weird. It's just sad that a lot of women have to deal with this on a regular basis, and I just kind of wanted to address that. I think this guy actually got arrested and put in jail. I'm not sure. I think that happened, but if it did, then thank God, because we have one less maniac to worry about wandering on the streets.
That are too scared. Like, how many guys approached you today, like in person? Other than like homeless people asking for spare change.
Today, none.
None?
Yeah, because I've been indoors all day. I have.
Oh my god. I like you so much. Like, I'm getting like turned on. Like my dick's getting hard right now.
Oh my goodness. That's
Sorry.
really inappropriate.
Just when I thought that it couldn't get any worse, and you probably thought it couldn't get any worse either, and it just goes back to what I said earlier, how this video just completely devolves as it progresses. It went from a somewhat okay conversation in the beginning to like borderline sexual harassment, telling her that she makes his dick hard. It just blows my mind, honestly. Like, that this guy is a real person and not some NPC with a corrupted file, because just no, I just can't believe that this is an actual person saying this shit to a human being. It's just completely beyond me.
Sorry. Because I say what's on my mind. I don't overanalyze things. You know, it's so, I feel so free. This is awesome. This is so awesome.
Well, I totally understand the need to speak your mind and like the need to express yourself freely, but there's a level of respect and appropriateness that
Yeah.
has to be taken into
Yeah.
consideration.
So now we have our main protagonist here going full Martin Luther King style, talking about feeling free and, speaking his mind, which is true to a certain extent, but also it's not cool if it makes the person you're speaking to uncomfortable, which this girl clearly is, as you could tell by her body language. Kudos to her actually, because I'm surprised she even entertained this conversation for as long as she did. I think if this was any other girl, this conversation wouldn't have lasted more than like 5 seconds. So, props to her for putting up with this tyrant for so long. But yeah, anyway, video just goes on for a few more seconds with him continuing being like creepy and weird. It's nothing really interesting. And I think the fact that he got arrested makes it so much sweeter because of how he was talking about all this freedom bullshit. Anyway, yeah. So this is why I think this video is probably the worst one that I've watched so far. It's just super awkward and painful to watch. And yeah, please, if you're gonna talk to anyone in public, don't do this. Don't be this weird. Please. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Normally I don't do this, but leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next time.